Good evening, viewers. We welcome you to today's edition of the news. Here are the top stories of today. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma pushes skill mission at Skillerate 2026 in Tura. Over Rs 16.5 crore work orders and toolkits distributed to beneficiaries. Meghalaya has adequate fuel supply, stable LPG supply, price rise due to national trends, says Cabinet Minister Methodius Dakar. Meghalaya launches Pine Home Eco-Architecture Project at Maulangwir in southwest Khasi Hills. Prime Minister Narendra Modi conferred FAO Agricola Medal in Rome for contribution to global food security. The news in detail. First, the local news. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today attended Skillerate 2026 in Tura, reaffirming the government's focus on skill development, employment generation and entrepreneurship under the CM Connect initiative. He said skill training must be supported with toolkits, market linkage and startup support to ensure self-reliance for youth. Sangma also highlighted Meghalaya's investments in education and skill infrastructure, including new colleges in agriculture, horticulture, food processing and veterinary sciences. During the event, work orders worth over Rs 16.59 crore were distributed to train 4,830 youth under Skills Meghalaya and SHCDM, along with startup toolkits worth over Rs 44 lakh for nearly 800 beneficiaries.
By next year, 2027, we are targeting that we should be able to start the academic session for the Agriculture, Horticulture, Food Processing College. And we have finalized the Veterinary College, which also is something that I have already promised the state. And this will be in Ribhoy, in Kridamkulai, where we have large plot of land. We are still discussing with Veterinary Department, Agriculture Department and others to work out on how we can facilitate this entire process, but that also will be of great help, not just to the students, because obviously there will be an educational option, but more importantly, these two colleges is going to directly impact thousands and lakhs of farmers who are involved in livestock rearing and in agriculture and food processing. And that is why these two colleges are very, very crucial for us. Not only will they create the necessary manpower required to run these colleges, to run and to be there for these two sectors, but more importantly, I hope that these colleges, which is something that I'm going to push, they will serve as research centers for important developments, innovations, disease control, so on and so forth, for our farmers and livestock rearers in our state, which, as I said, will go a long way in not just helping the youths who will study there, but will directly help the farmers and also the livestock rearers in the state of Meghalaya.
Food and Civil Supplies Minister Methodius Dakar assured that there is no fuel shortage in the state despite global concerns over fuel supply and rising commodity prices. Speaking to the media, the minister said Meghalaya continues to receive adequate fuel and clarified that there is no proposal to further reduce ministers' convoy sizes or introduce a work-from-home system. He said petrol, diesel and essential commodity prices have risen due to national trends linked to central decisions, but there is no reason for panic at present. The car also stated that domestic LPG supply remains stable, although some shortage in commercial LPG cylinders still persists.
Then they keep on keep a board, but Kimyo supply, Kimyo supply, and then Kimyo into DSC number. kami kami bak shortage ka gas nari kami ka shortage ka LPG tendai nomor bang ibu ya kani ka regulation ban amba uno ba don ya ka connection umla ban apply hapo ka sansu tebe kani ka ching PQ ya ka desel ba control mal omni ba kamdai na kali ka state government ma kali ka ching PQ ya ka control ka desel kali hina ka central government natai Kadang jumpa kiu ya kani kalau ba kadai nak thma ka ba jia mata po ko US pat ka giran ba ka jing kiu jong kani ki crude oil men shwa ya ka thma ka crude oil kamuna ka do mata din ka thma ka jing duna ka supply ka crude oil ka kiu ba jadi kalau kita kanorin ba ka central government ki kiu ya kani ka dor jong ka diesel pat ka petrol
PHE Minister Marcus N. Marak on Wednesday denied allegations of favoritism in awarding nearly rupees 1,900 crore worth of PHE contracts, stating that all projects were allotted through a transparent tender process based on merit and technical eligibility. The minister said major projects under JJM, JICA and Amrut were executed under EPC and turnkey models as mandated by the centre. Marak also dismissed allegations made by BJP leader Bernard N. Marak against Chief Minister Conrad Sangma as baseless and misleading. He further informed that delays in Jal Jeevan Mission payments were linked to pending utilization certificates from autonomous district councils. Meanwhile, Marak also claimed that the NPP was receiving strong support in Garo Hills ahead of the upcoming elections.
1,900 crore contracts has been favored to Hyderabad firm, that is BAC. I would say this is totally incorrect. PHE department follows all the norms which has to be adhered to, especially in considering the contract works to everybody. Good that you have filed an RTI and you have gone through it. That is very good. You should file RTI, you should know the projects, how many projects have been sanctioned, what is the amount, and whom you have given the work. But after getting the report, if you simply start blaming, then that is totally incorrect again. So I would urge anybody who is filing RTI to verify it first. Go to the grounds and then come to the conclusion saying, oh, this has happened. So therefore, I would totally disagree with this statement. And practically, I would say that big projects like JJM, JICA, Amrut 2.0, NESID, O3, etc. This has to be tendered as per Government of India directed.
NPP candidate for the Shillong Parliamentary Constituency by-election, Dr. D.R.L. Nonglat, on Wednesday said he was encouraged by the overwhelming public support receiving during his campaign in Riboy district. Addressing supporters at Nongpo and Umsning, Nonglat said he accepted the responsibility to contest the election for the welfare and unity of the indigenous community. He pledged to work towards inclusion of the Khasi language in the 8th schedule of the Constitution, while also focusing on farmers' welfare, education, women empowerment and community development. Several senior NPP leaders, including Deputy Chief Minister Sneo Bhalang Dhar, attended the campaign program.
Ngamdan jing sun, ngamdan jing bisli, ngamdan jing kwa, na kabantaya ludi, hanrei ka thong kalong, na kabanta ka ribat ka jagman rio, kitin pira jonga, hakini ka jingilap election, kani pensai palpa, kilong pan penpa, manta Khasi society, but Ipalpa jong kabriu nyo terapi ki yai dawa ba ka tien Khasi kadai ban rung no kloi kan bala hapo ka kernet ke bapra hamne kadan ka jingkeli ke bae yana kumno ngina ban le yakne kam ni lale chau chief minister hakasna maharajar pulai Pandawa no Chief Minister ban penlang tin sarkar no shua nanta pan putin tenge sedali Ngilale ceki MP, Raja Sabha, Batkum Juru, Lok Sabha, Hamre Hadu Menta, Ampat Simla, Panle.
Tension is building ahead of the public hearing scheduled for May 22nd on the proposed Shri Cement project in Ilaka Nongkle East Jantia Hills. While Ilaka's executive member Holding Bamon has backed the project, citing village-level consent, job creation and assured water availability from the Liteng River. Meanwhile, landowners and farmers of Lom Serman have strongly opposed the hearing, warning of possible unrest and claiming the land is privately owned with valid documents. Authorities are expected to decide whether the hearing will proceed amid rising local concerns.
Banyak kenduk bat ni kum ki eksekutif yang ka elaka nongklik. Bat hadin kala je banyak kenduk mengilak banyak penbet kum ke dorbar elaka hi ba pelun. Hagi arsin lesen po ka dorbar. Baru ni yo sengau thu bat ni yo tip ba ki nong song elaka ki kwa hi ba ka simen plan kan don po ka elaka nongklik. Tenaga ta ka daw ba ga hi ke dorbar hi kala pelong hi ka tu kan arsin lesen. Kalau senyap saya ke eksekutif komiti ban buat lagi plan, buat hadu jong ki agreement, ki balak ban penbiak penbiang, kadai sisa ban penpau usaha ke floor, ban pensinggau ki halor nang ta, pun ke floor ba erka nong kali ke dorbar ke lapdiang. Tenaga ta ke daw buat hadu kini kisingi ya dinti ba ke erka kan ya dinti bat kan ni ka 39 limited. Buat dong ru kiba ni hakini ki asile ski wan ban ne persa ban ya kentai ya kani ga 39 baka elka hi kala diang bat kala kwa hi da ka jingman jurlang om da ga jing ya le sop sop te nagaliang jongi ni kun pinong rep bat ni gitra jaka te halum sorman te ni wanang ni menin ni yo jingtip ni baga ki NGO kiba yo bandrung ha disi iong ni un ay garay jongi mantakas ni hapo kat arbaje lalu ukhang ya publik herin ne uong ban peli ban yak bet ne halor kata kadaw ngi kwa ya ka resort mantakas ni ay ka resort buo una yangi lalu si uong yak bet ne tengi ngim priang ya kata ngim priang wal ada ngi ya ngi usnam wal aga jingyap jong kipat ba nong song snong jongi ngim selia ya kata taga baca ingin keren cepi caupai ba nong chong chong jong kel elaka nong kle kawe kebenta bangi kwa ban kesak mat jong pai ba marba kata kejaka kade kejaka jongi simet ngidon ki dolir ngidon ki hok kireti kene kade kejilak bor jong doloi elaka nong kle jongi usim ukne jubor ule halor ki hok kireti jongi ban aiwai sakiti ki company ke beha
And elders of Hima Sohra have urged the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council to immediately issue the sanad to former Deputy CM Mar Ramdor CM as a full-fledged CM of the Hima. Speaking in Shillong, Secretary of Kakunhon Kiklet Nongsenshar Bat Kireurangba, BV Rimbai, alleged that the delay by the KHADC and the acting chief was creating confusion and division within the Hima. He said the Dorbar Hima had already unanimously agreed on this election and warned that traditional heads may not cooperate if the council proceeds with any move to conduct fresh elections.
Bahkan penstena banai senang. Tema kajeng suki jom acting chief ban traita. Kap penongnya ke kendun ki kleno sinca ban form ke way ke group ke kleno sinca ban thor so acting chief. Hak mereka kena balai mental senang ban thor so acting chief. Ko acting chief no. Katung kita ke sini. Sengau ba yalam lumno iga yagi kleno sinca lumno wat kedobar ban yalam cika disposil ban kreno bagi disposil terkleber sana Rai acting chief namba jungi pembina jungi usupur dia. Luang ngamlat naya letu. Kajing kran landa. Kajing kran bumdon ikut klik. Hawo kran kum bumdon ikut klik naya takada akan luang klik nang senja. Kaya capang kum bakalong nanta. Rai kajing lek cuci menye ngimdon nyitede kire kami nakir kam ngimtep bagai kajing temu berdon nakir ngimtep nama kum acting chief. Lalu don siapa yang temu kepada ya, kepada mun mentai sekema, berada di mana yang dari dalam mati mana itu kelar yang dia kam. Nak mereka Hima Sohra kan nak dengan apa yang berada. Lem muta ya, kalau pembang kadis mesil kalau tempat yang berada.
Meghalaya Additional Chief Secretary Sampath Kumar has highlighted the importance of human milk donation, saying it is vital for saving premature, critically ill and nutritionally vulnerable infants. Speaking at World Human Milk Donation Day at Dr. H. Gordon Roberts Hospital in Shillong, he called for greater awareness on breastfeeding, neonatal nutrition and donor milk banking, while expressing concern that only 26% of children in Meghalaya receive exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months. Pediatric specialist Dr. K. Ropthup said the Human Milk Bank has supported preterm, low birth weight and critically ill newborns since its launch in 2021, benefiting 89 infants. The bank has registered 120 donor mothers and collected over 24,000 millilitres of donor milk, with more than 19,000 millilitres distributed to NICU and ICU patients.
All of you are aware, our state actually, is a place which is a very important state because with highest fertility rate. Every year, over 80,000 births happen, sometimes even 90,000. So, and it's imagine the similar kind of a size of a state that like Manipur has at least half the births, less than half in terms of number of births that happen in the state. So that actually, two things. One, yes, we should celebrate the children. It's a basically blessing of the God. But at the same time, it's also we also have to prepare for it. We have to really strengthen our systems. And in fact, it's enormous. In fact, when we look at the NICUs and all, we need more neonatal ICUs. That's why, in fact, our state government, in fact, our chief minister, Mr. Conrad Sangmaji, in fact, he recently has approved for setting up of NICUs in every district. So we already 3 NICUs are coming up. Like in Mairam, there's one NICU has already come up last. In fact, it saved almost like 70 children in Mairam that there was in Memorial Hospital. So we could see that how important it is to have such kind of an infrastructure and also a strategy. A strategy is important.
Processes, stores and distributes the donated human milk, and that is primarily to distribute to those infants who are the most vulnerable when a mother's own milk is not available. And who are the babies who mostly benefit from the human milk bank? These are the preterm babies, those babies who have low birth weight, means their weight is very small at birth, babies who are critically ill, or those infants who have been orphaned. And the first milk bank that was established was in 1909 in Vienna, Austria. Over the years and over the decades, the human milk banks have gone through ups and downs. Initially in the 1960s, with the advent of formula feeding, there was a drop in human milk banks. And towards 1980s, with the rise in HIV epidemic, there was also a decline in establishment of human milk banks.
3 persons claiming to be members of the Hnotrap National Awakening Movement have been arrested by police for allegedly attempting to extort money from a business establishment at Kandailat in Shillong. East Khasi Hills Superintendent of Police Vivek Saim said the accused had demanded Rs 25,000 from the business unit a few days ago and had fixed a time to collect the cash. Acting on specific inputs, police laid a trap and caught them red-handed while they arrived to collect the money. The trio has been arrested, produced before the court and remanded to judicial custody. Police said investigation into the case is continuing.
por menunjukkan itu kita kibrio kiba dawa pisa bean but marmar hi la pha di kibrio ni but aku por ba juguti ki one line ngot ban one sim kata pisa ba san hajar de hang tu hi yo kisah no but lailam kisah serat police station di kini la pengat ka section trong ka extortion but la produce ki ko dro kini la yo den sil custody minta de halo tuni ka jitoket kana nya sprang minta ila ada dia ka jitoket de ni la pha judicial custody ki gani kalong kanu ka piki haka lata head to kit ki ong pan donation re public pan donation te pidi ban yo pan jin pechwa nei na conference cuma deputy commissioner de kani kalong ban chupan jubor kataru tapi pan donation temon kalong ka shong amas ko ba jo brio kan nugan ai re haba pidawa hi ta ka jipngam te kalong extortion pakalong de ai dro kan kibri ri pislor kibri ru dadan kanu gajing dawa pisa be an kubli batwan chakman
pila sampai alam ngikerteng jung ni kibrio
Kita kita bangah kita request juga police station minta kita online ngot we basa Bishnupur we basa Lumparing we basa Amaroboki.
A collaborative initiative involving Picasso People's Art Society, Image Architecture Studio Slovakia, Meghalaya H Limited and the Tourism Department, Government of Meghalaya has marked the milestone of the Pine Home Architecture Project at Maulangwir in southwest Khasi Hills. Rupees 4 crore state-funded project uses eco-friendly European design blended with local materials like bamboo, wood, clay bricks and sheep wool and is being promoted as Meghalaya's first eco-sustainable habitat initiative aimed at boosting eco-tourism and local livelihoods. Project manager Yana Betnarova said the structure will function as a community center and tourism hub, with focus now on training locals and completing remaining interior works in the coming months.
As a community center where some activities which thanks to the revenue which guest house or the restaurant or the cafe will bring, the local society can conduct some cultural programs, some activities for the youth and for the community. So it's cultural center and at the same time it's a tourism hub for Southwest Khasi Hills. We have this small building here where it's supposed to be tourism information center. People coming to Southwest Khasi Hills, they need one place where they can learn about so many beautiful places here. It's this unexplored tourism, which could and this place could also help to scatter the tourism around Meghalaya, that everyone will not concentrate on the most famous spots which are becoming overcrowded and which are becoming more of the picnic spots. So we would like to bring eco-sustainable tourism. We would like that this place will be one kind of center hub for Southwest Khasi Hills as a tourism cultural center, but also hub for the eco-sustainability.
Moving on to the news from the Northeast. The first session of the 16th Assam Legislative Assembly began today with focus on constitutional tradition and linguistic inclusivity. Pro Tem Speaker Chandra Mohan Patowari presided over the House and administered oath to newly elected members, with Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma leading the proceeding as tribal MLAs were permitted to take oath in their mother tongues, reflecting Assam's linguistic diversity. Members, including ministers such as Janta Niyok, Rameshwar Telly, Charan Bodo and Atul Bora, took oath in various languages including Bodo, Sanskrit, Karbi and Koch Raj Bongshi. Later, BJP leader Ranjit Kumar Das was elected Speaker of the House unopposed. Governor Lakshman Prasad Acharya is scheduled to address the Assembly tomorrow, while the session will continue till May 26.
প্ৰতিটো দিনে জাতিটোক সেৱা কৰাৰ বাবে এটা নতুন সুযোগ আজিৰ দিনটোটো সদনে আৰু এটা নতুন অভিলেখ চন্দ্ৰমোহন পাটোৱাৰী ডাঙৰীয়াৰ নেতৃত্বত
Let's have a look at the national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been conferred with the prestigious Agricola Medal by the Food and Agriculture Organization at its headquarters in Rome. The award was presented by FAO Director General Woo Dong-yu in recognition of global leadership in food security, sustainable agriculture, and poverty reduction. Receiving the honor, the Prime Minister dedicated it to India's farmers, livestock rearers, fishers, agricultural scientists and workers. He said food security is not just a policy goal, but a responsibility towards humanity, adding that India is building a climate-resilient and technology-driven agricultural ecosystem focused on producing better for the future.
भारतीय सभ्यता में कृषि केवल फसल उगाने भर का माध्यम नहीं है। इसे मनुष्य और मदर अर्थ के बीच एक गहरे पवित्र संबंध का दर्जा दिया गया है। भारत में कृषि जीवन की मूल धारा है, हमारी संस्कृति का अभिन्न अंग है, हमारे जीवन मूल्यों का प्रतिबिंब है। हमारे यहां धरती को मां कहा जाता है और किसान को धरती पुत्र की संज्ञा दी जाती है। हजारों वर्ष पुराने यही मूल्य आज भी हमारे प्रयासों की प्रेरणा है। फ्रेंड्स, हजारों वर्षों की सीख और भारत की कृषि परंपरा के साथ आज हमारा देश एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में साइंस, टेक्नोलॉजी और इनोवेशन ड्रिवन अप्रोच को लेकर आगे बढ़ रहा है।
The Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas has said that India has sufficient supplies of crude oil, gas, petrol and diesel, with refineries operating at optimal levels. It added that LPG production has risen to around 46,000 to 47,000 tons, ensuring steady availability. Sujata Sharma, Joint Secretary, Marketing and Oil Refinery, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, said fuel demand has increased in some regions due to the agricultural season and pricing differences, but supply remains uninterrupted across petrol pumps. Over 1.34 crore domestic LPG cylinders were delivered in the last 3 days. The ministry also reported a growth in the natural gas sector with more PNG connections and expanded infrastructure improving access to cleaner energy.
हमारी रिफाइनरीज ऑप्टिमम कैपेसिटी पर ऑपरेट कर रही हैं ताकि जो देश की डिमांड है उसको मीट किया जा सके। इसके अलावा रिफाइनरीज में एलपीजी प्रोडक्शन को रैंप अप किया गया है और लगभग 46 से 47 हज़ार टन एलपीजी देश की रिफाइनरीज में बनाई जा रही है। किसी भी कुछ पेट्रोल पंप पर और कुछ एरियाज में ये देखा जा रहा है कि जो बाइंग है वो इंक्रीज हुई है और काफ़ी ज़्यादा ग्रोथ भी देखी जा रही है। मंत्रालय में भी इसे एनालाइज किया है और ये पाया है कि कुछ इंक्रीज तो एग्रीकल्चर सीजन के चलते है। इसके अलावा कुछ इंक्रीज इसलिए भी है क्योंकि बल्क जो हमारा डीजल था, जो बल्क सप्लाईज थी वो रिटेल पर शिफ्ट हो रही हैं। इसके अलावा प्राइस डिफरेंस है, जो सरकारी तेल कंपनियां हैं वो जिस भाव पर पेट्रोल और डीजल बेच रही हैं और उसके मुकाबले जो प्राइवेट कंपनीज हैं वहां पर दाम कुछ अधिक है। इसके चलते भी ये डिमांड जो है वो सरकारी कंपनियों पर शिफ्ट हो रही है।
Moving on to the international news. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today inaugurated the Indian War Memorial at Ajingak Park in Seoul along with South Korea's Minister Kwon Oh-wol, honoring Indian troops' role in the Korean War and its aftermath. built jointly by India and South Korea on the 75th anniversary of the conflict, the memorial pays tribute to the 60 para-field ambulance and the custodian force of India for their humanitarian and peacekeeping contributions. Both leaders laid wreath at the ceremony, while Singh reaffirmed India's commitment to peace and global cooperation. The two sides also signed an MOU to boost collaboration on honoring war veterans and strengthening bilateral ties.
कोरियन वार के जब 75 इयर्स पूरे हो रहे हैं, तब ऐसे में मैं इस रीजन में पीस के लिए अपने प्राणों की आहुति देने वाले वीर सैनिकों का हृदय से श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करता हूं। यह स्मारक करेज का सिंबल है, यह स्मारक कंपैशन का सिंबल है, यह स्मारक सैक्रिफाइस का सिंबल है। साथ ही यह स्मारक भारत एवं कोरिया की जनता के बीच सदियों की मित्रता का भी संदेश दे रहा है। आज से 7 दशक से भी पहले जब कोरियन पेनिसुला युद्ध की त्रासदी में घिर गया था, तब भारत ने यूनिटी के प्रति अपना दायित्व बखूबी निभाया।
And now in the sports news. The Patharkhma Sub-Divisional Office today launched the Trailang 2026 Inter-Village Development Championship at Patharkhma Model Degree College to promote unity and community development. Inaugurated by Ribhoi Deputy Commissioner Abhilash Baranwal, the event will run from May to November with sports and cultural competitions involving villages and youth groups. Officials including SDO Chaitanya Awasthi attended the program, where the Deputy Commissioner was also felicitated ahead of his transfer. Students of the college earlier held a tobacco awareness rally promoting healthy living.
As you have seen myself, although in a different subdivision, I understand that how difficult it is to mobilize funds at time. So fund mobilization, again, the way you have gone about it is something which is marvelous. And even though I'll be leaving Ribhoi district soon because my transfer order is already out, I'll be joining these classes in 1 week's time. However, I, for one, will be very keenly watching the results of Trailang, that how it encourages the community to come forward for their own development, how they will take advantage of the camp, and how they will basically, how should I say, they'll prove all those naysayers, all those skeptics wrong, who say that people of Meghalaya are not really caring for development. Many times we hear that, let's say whether it is Aadhaar, whether it is a Mishayas, whether it is any other program, sometimes our operators go into the village, they come back exasperated, they say that we have tried our best, but the people are not really coming forward for the registration.
In IPL action this evening, Gujarat Titans will face Chennai Super Kings at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad at 7:30 p.m. While Gujarat Titans have already sealed a playoff berth, Chennai Super Kings will be aiming to strengthen their chances for a top 4 finish. Meanwhile, Kolkata Knight Riders kept their playoff hopes alive with a 4-wicket win over Mumbai Indians at Eden Gardens. And now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 30 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 76%. Rainfall 8.9 millimeter. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 20 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 80%. Rainfall 9.7 millimeter. Meanwhile in July, minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 69%. Rainfall 6.9 millimeter. And the focus in Tura, Shillong and July says moderate rain with thunderstorm likely at many places. Before we wind up, let's have a look at the headlines once again. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma pushes skill mission at Skillerate 2026 in Tura. Over rupees 16.5 crore work orders and toolkits distributed to beneficiaries. Meghalaya has adequate fuel supply, stable LPG supply, price rise due to national trends, says Cabinet Minister Methodius Kar. Meghalaya launches Pine Home Eco-Architecture Project at Maulangwir in southwest Khasi Hills. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi conferred FAO Agricola Medal in Rome for contribution to global food security. Well, viewers, that's all we have in today's edition of the news. Do join us again tomorrow with more updates. Have yourself a good night.
Nakaslong kaput jong kanong talang syaki kerdan